Hey, good day, everyone. We're down here in the Kentucky War Memorial Coliseum for the first ever ladder match between the Junkyard Dog and Hulk Hogan. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second screen watch along for the HYROX relay. If you're not watching live and you're just tuning in, this is me, Mappy Davis, and over there on the other line, across the pond, it's Ian K from UKH Hexar. Welcome to the program, Ian.
Matt, thanks for having me here for this international edition of the show because, of course, we've got the international relay, 20 countries from around the globe. You sadly couldn't have 19 guests on with you, so we just went for UK and obviously the USA. So you can represent America and Canada, and I guess I can do Ireland, England, and Scotland.
So this is a second screen watch along. If you're looking at your screens right now, could you actually tell me who that is? Somebody from Team Australia? I have no idea who that is. Do you know who this redheaded gentleman is?
I do not know, I'm afraid. And obviously we've not got the sound on, so I missed it. But yeah, I'm gonna say I quite like the green shirt though, the World Championship Nice France and Puma shirt. I got to get myself one of them.
The what? With the what shirt?
The green shirt that the interviewers got on, that's a nice shirt. I like understated shirts like that.
Okay. All right. Not can't say I'm thrilled. So the first thing we've noticed for those watching at home as well, not a big crowd. We thought it would be a massive crowd rooting on the teams because obviously people are in love with their countrymen. And one of the reasons we do get so many live viewers, there were over 10K on the HYROX feed at one point, is it's a growing sport. And if I live in Australia, I'm rooting for James. If I lived in Spain, I'm rooting for, right? Like all those things. So I thought, but I'm guessing people have gone home, right? They've done their singles and their doubles and they've got to work tomorrow. And some people are just maybe party too hard. I have not showered yet this morning. I thought I'd be a man of the people, give this unshaven, I'm not hungover, but you might be. So I thought that's kind of what I'm rolling with today, Ian. Anyway, we know there's some people there, but I would say the contrast to this world champs, even when they cut back, when they showed Zara and Kate to like this packed house, it's such a difference, isn't it?
It is indeed, although I think there's still going to be some people, and maybe we'll see it grow as the event goes on. I'm sure that there's going to be a fair few people, friends and family of the actual racers who will be there. Obviously, the current shot that we're seeing is Greg and Lauren talking back and forth. It looks like they're getting the wall balls ready to go. So they're removing various items such as the boxes, because presumably they're not going to allow the boxes in a elite race, as it were. Also, if you're just joining us, it did look like the final finisher from the previous men's doubles was just finishing off quite recently. So I'm guessing they're just getting ready to go there. I think we're actually already a little bit late because it was meant to kick off at a quarter to. So it's one of them at the moment.
So let's share Lauren Weeks' news. I was really looking forward to the mixed relay race this weekend. I woke up yesterday after the race Friday night with a lot of pain in my right leg. I hoped that it was just something that would last for the day, but I tried testing it out this morning to see if I could push through. I wasn't able to run on it. I could get to a trot that won't be useful to my team in a full-on sprint race. I don't know what is causing the pain yet. I'll have to get it looked at once more when we return from home. I'll be cheering on Team America as they crush her from the sidelines. So somewhere on the sidelines she is. And Lauren Rentala is doing, I don't know if these were definitely the stations that Weeks was doing, but Lauren Rentala has told me she's doing the push and the carry, my two favorite stations from the relay. So do you now, what do the odds drop to, right? If they were negative 1,000 before or plus 1,000, I always get this wrong. What are they now?
I'm not sure, Matt. You know Lauren better than I do because she's only competed, as far as I'm aware, once in the UK. So you've seen her race. I don't think she'll be upset if we say it's a little bit of a downgrade from Lauren Weeks, but she's still a good racer, isn't she?
Yeah, she's someone who she tried for last chance qualifier. She can win or podium at what we'll call a regional race, a non-major, and certainly she might have won her age group yesterday. I don't know. I can let's look, I guess. But yes, obviously a big drop from multiple champion, this year's second place after fighting back from this ridiculous amount. Let's go to Rontala, who almost didn't go on this trip. And let's see, she was 26th overall in the age group. She was 11th in her age group. Wow, she's got a tough age group, 30 to 34. What a tough age group for the HYROX Pro women. Let's bring that up. Let's bring up 30 to 34. Here's who she lost to: Jade Skillen, Magdalena Schubert, Lauren Armstrong, Georgina Adams. Do you know these people?
Jade Skillen is a well-known racer within the HYROX community, particularly in the UK. She's been here since the start, formerly a Spartan Pro Team member, and was probably within a whisper of getting into the Elite 15. So, like you say, it's a tough division, particularly in the females. We see the ages from 25 up to maybe 40. There's not a lot to pick through in terms of women. They now do the introductions, by the way. It looks like Team Germany's just come on.
Oh, here's my friend, Solo Nomad, who I believe I was right. I forgot what he said, but I was right. Salamanad, Solo Nomad. Was I right? Remember we were battling last week about something, and I forgot what it was, but I was right and you were wrong. So remind me what that is. So yeah, I don't think she had a good race, Lauren, because this is a 107, and I think she's certainly beat or 10. Sorry, she did a 109. And let's see, what is her best? What's Lauren's best? Definitely faster than that for sure. Ron Tala, she's done 23 races. Former HYROX employee. Now I think she contracts some for them. Let's see what her best pro women's race was 107. Her best it's 2 minutes slower than her PR. So not a great race. 107 would have gotten her further up the chain. But anyhow, Kevin Forrest just sent me a message. What is it? Okay, I thought it might be live stream concerned. I'm going to share this link so we can bump up our viewership a little bit.
Yeah.
Who's that coming out now?
Just Team Belgium's come out. I
There's
quite like
Canada.
It's Canada. Obviously being led by Maria Feshik. What I love about this is you can see which station everyone's doing, providing you know them little symbols. It's
on their shirts.
No,
This is why they wanted the stations.
Yes,
the Korean team. Now, I think this is really good. If one of these nations that does not get a lot of love, right, these APAC nations, that's going to be really good for them. There is look at Ida. Here we go. Who doesn't love Ida? Matilda. Oh, they got a whole thing going. Look at this.
That's impressive.
It would be nice to kind of put themselves on their map. They're like, hey, we're the best of the world here. It's too bad that this doesn't have the crowd, because this definitely feels Olympic-ish, right?
It does. It's Team Scotland, of course, with Graham Halliday. What's quite interesting, Team Scotland.
Is that Graham's dad? Is that Graham's pop?
I'm not quite sure. I don't know, but whoever it is, that's actually quite an honour that Graham's bestowed on him. But as I was saying, what's interesting is Team Scotland and Team Ireland held open tryouts effectively to make this team up. So they're not necessarily the best athletes in terms of HYROX, because, for example, in Ireland, you have Sean Noble, who I believe came third this weekend, but they are the people who are probably going to be best at these stations. Oh, and here you go, Matt.
Okay, here we go. We're getting our first look at Ryan Kent. Oh, look how American they are. They've got the red, white, and blue shorts. They've got the attitude. I think Hunter is gonna fucking run mad, and he knows that if he doesn't win this, people are gonna be talking some smack. I mean, obviously they're still the favorites, but wow, I can't wait to see it. Oh, sponsored by Ram. Look at this. Let's go. Shout out JP from Ram, JP Monroe, the man behind Recycle and Move over there in Ireland. Look at that. I love it. I kind of love it,
For
mate.
those of you who may have missed it, Hunter's leading from the front. I believe he's going to be doing the ski-erg, which will be quite interesting.
Oh, here we go. The Italian team. Now, I don't see Camilla, so don't know who's replacing her. I'm sure they'll mention it when the live stream happens. But as I mentioned in my post, I'm sure we're going to see a lot of these changes, just like we see relays at OCRWC. People get injured. People decide, you know what, I'm going to go home, or you know what, I have to go home, or I'm just going to, I'm taking it off. I'm taking this day off. So I'm sure some of these names won't match up. Turn that down.
What's quite interesting, Matt, is I've been paying attention to who's doing which station, and you've got Jake Williamson and Eugenio Bianchi doing the ski-erg. They are speedsters. They are known for their quickness when it comes to the run. So it could be interesting. We saw on Friday Hunter struggled a little bit when the race was taken to him, and I expect Eugenio and Jake just to fly. So it will be interesting. But again, Hunter only needs to do about 6-7 minutes worth of work, so he can leave it all out there
faster than he normally does. Yes,
exactly. Team Poland has just been introduced. Don't sleep on them. They've got some good athletes. They have had quite a few races over there already, and yeah, they are got some great athletes. Here's another team to not sleep on. This is Portugal with Tiago and Daniela Couto.
Tiago Silva
and Tanya. Tiago Luza.
Do you know who Tiago Silva is?
I do. I'm sure River knows who that is as well.
River, Tiago Silva's here.
Here we have Team Sweden with Michaela Norman and Huge.
Now, I thought Michaela would not be here because she had a rough race, and I thought barely finished, but maybe she's feeling better.
She's probably just pushing past it because, again, it's a relay. Total work will be between 12 minutes and 15 minutes. I think she can do that. Oh, here we have Miriam and
oh, there she is, the winner of the CrossFit Open. Let's go, Miriam.
And to the surprise of no one, Miriam is doing the wall balls.
Let's go.
It would be interesting to see if her team can get her close enough, because she can do damage on the wall balls, as we know. Here's France, the home team, including Jezebel and Geoffrey, who are both Elite 15 athletes. It was surprising that neither one of them actually got in the World Elite. It was just a sign of how close some athletes were. I thought
Geoffrey did start but didn't finish.
No, Geoffrey did not start. Geoffrey did the age group.
No, I know that they both won their age group, or I knew that, but I thought he was in the elite. What am I thinking?
No, he wasn't in the Elite 15 this year.
I'm confused.
Luckily, he was at every major, but never qualified.
Okay, I did not know that.
As expected,
it was one man and one woman that didn't finish. Do you know who they are? This is like a trivia question.
Yeah, Ryan Kent was the man who actually didn't start, and
Ryan Kent started.
Okay, well, he didn't finish then.
Yeah, I think he started,
Kent, but he did not finish. And Ancha was the female athlete who did not start, did not finish. Sorry. Looks like Tim Vinish is going to be starting as well. And Kane Gatti will be starting for Australia, and Alexander Ronkovic will be starting for Austria. This is going to be a flat-out sprint to start this. I wonder if they're going to start around the top of the hour, by the way, because we were meant to start at 1:45, but it's obviously been pushed on. Let's have a look at some of these other races. If you are looking for the ultimate underdogs, obviously the Korean team haven't had a lot of competition against the athletes we're seeing, which in and of itself could be interesting because we don't know a lot about them either. John Carlisle would start for Scotland over Graham Halliday. It looks like Graham will be taking the sled pull. That's interesting. What's quite fascinating is a lot of these teams are doing similar when it comes to the various weights. So a lot of the female athletes are doing the sled push, presumably due to the smaller weight stack that you have on that. Let's have a look. Christian will be doing Poland. Again, yeah, a lot of female athletes will be doing sled push. Doesn't look like we'll get a lot of man versus woman in these stations, but we're about to go. So let's go. And there we are.
All right, hang on. I'm just
If
posting our link right now.
If you are joining us after the event and watching this in alternative commentary, on the clock is 10 seconds now. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So you can now keep up. It looks like Team Poland has taken the early lead, I want to say. They came very fast, didn't they, Matt?
Wow. I just looked up and couldn't believe it wasn't Hunter in the front.
I expected this. I definitely expected Eugenio. Eugenio is a speedster. Again, someone who only just missed out. What's interesting is no sign of Jake unless I missed him.
Yeah, did Jake come out with the team?
He did, and he was meant to be doing this first round. So yeah, we'll see as they
Maybe there
get into skiers.
some last minute changes.
Perhaps I'm sure I saw Jake, but I'll have to go back and check. His name definitely came up on screen. I will confess I may have been distracted when Team UK came out. But yeah, oh, there he is. Of course he is. Jake's already just taken the place. He just didn't have a t-shirt on. Jake's sporting his M&M
Hunter's wearing
2000 look.
Hunter's wearing shades indoors. I mean, come on. Hunter is all American. He's got American top, American bottoms. I mean, it's American headband, American bottoms. And there's Jake.
Yeah, I said Jake looking like Eminem circa the late 2000s. Jake is a
or Matthew Davis
sprinter.
in late 2016, early 2017.
That's very true. It will be curious to see how, when Jake presumably hits the skier, how much time he'll have, and whether that will allow him to get out the station first.
Yeah,
Eugenio,
I'm gonna pull up to see these guys. HYROX. Oops. I'm gonna pull this up in a little screen for us.
for those of you curious, Jake has once done a relay, and his 1Ks were coming in at 2:45. So he is a fast athlete.
Okay.
Looked like someone had a leaf blower there.
Did you say a leaf blower?
Yes, I presume it was some kind of apparatus. But yeah, Jay seems to be slowing a little bit here, or either that or Giuseppe is catching him up. Not Giuseppe, Eugenio is catching him up. Giuseppe's further downfield.
All right. Well, I'm going to, we are going to see them come in here. HYROX Elite Relay. And
so that was a 3-minute 1K. If it was indeed a 1K for Jake, it was 3 dead when he came in.
So here they
Ronco
come.
is in third, sorry, and Captain America is in 4th place.
HYROX Elite Relay. It says women. That's not right. It should say
Mixed.
I hope we get these. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, sorry, I was scrolled down too far. It was in mixed. Here we go. Do a little screen share action. Present. Share screen. So 304 for Sandy. Sorry, for Jake. 306 for Eugenio. Ronkovic, I did not see Ronkovic. Did you?
Yeah, Ronkovic came in 3rd place, but it looks like Hunter beat him to a ski. So as we're watching this live, Ronkovic is just next to the Stars and Stripes boxer shorts.
Hunter came in at 3:11, so 7 seconds. Which, can he make up 7 seconds on the ski? I don't know. That's a lot of seconds.
It is, and as we're looking, it actually looks like Austria, Ronkovic has already overtaken Jake. It's almost neck and neck as we're seeing this.
And is Ronkovic in there?
Yeah, it is Ronkovic who's in there in Austria.
Oh, I didn't see him. I didn't see him come out during the what do you call it? But that's all right. Keep chatting. I'll be right back.
No, by all means. So, listener, as we're seeing this, we have Ronkovic with a slight lead. He's just about to hit the 500-meter mark. Jake is not too far behind him, and Eugenio is also gaining. In terms of USA, Hunter is about 20 meters behind at this stage. So not terrible, I guess. And what's interesting is Korea. Korea are not a million miles away, which is a bit of a surprise. Korea are ahead of a few nations as we're doing that.
Do we get this for the men's or women's? Everybody at once, like a F1? We never got this. This is brilliant.
It is fantastic, isn't it? Switzerland are currently right at the bottom, which is a shame, shall we say. Someone just asked in not our live feed, but in the YouTube live feed for HYROX, did the USA guy elbow somebody on the turn, which is hilarious for 2 points. One, because it probably did happen, and
Right.
two, because this person has no idea who Hunter is, which is amazing to me.
Yes, I would say it's a very, very high chance.
Yes. We've now got Ronkovic is currently at 800 meters. He will probably leave first. Hunter is gaining and is about 10 meters behind.
First.
No, they're not actually changing the rankings as you're looking at them.
Oh, because that would be too crazy. Right. I see. Australia's in the front. Right. I see. Yeah, it would be too crazy to show them shuffling like that.
Yeah. So USA and Austria and England are on their final gas now, about 50 meters to go. I'd say Ronco is going to exit first. Oh, there must be some delay because Hunter exited even though it didn't quite hit 1,000, but it doesn't matter. England, Austria, and USA have all left. Yeah.
He just tagged Lauren R. So there's the tag zone. Jake tags, what's his name?
Sandy. That looked like Sandy.
Yeah, this is happening too fast. I can't even comment.
No, we'll see. Eugenio obviously lost.
So Hunter left first. So Hunter came in 7 seconds behind and left 4 seconds before. That is impressive. That's Hunter McIntyre for you.
That is. What's interesting is it looks like the moment like Germany's mid-pack, and Germany were expected to do well. Korea have just tied, and it looks like Switzerland are sadly just waiting.
Oh, no.
Here comes Sandy. This is interesting tactics from Team UK because most of the other teams have put a female athlete at this stage. There may have been a couple more men, but it would be fascinating because he should.
Well, he's going to beat Lauren. I mean, he's going to beat Lauren by a ton.
Yeah, you'd expect England is going to come out of it. Sorry, I keep referring to it as Team UK, which is incorrect. It's Team England. But Team England should, in theory, crush this zone.
Would you dare explain to the millions watching around the world the difference
between UK and England?
Yes.
Yeah, of course. Basically, the United Kingdom consists of 4 countries. You have England, Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland, which is different to Ireland in and of itself. It is a country, so United Kingdom is a country. England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland are its constituent parts. The government is in England, in Westminster. Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland have their own parliaments, which govern kind of like state governments, I'd say, Matt. So they're in charge of some things like healthcare and schooling, but other things are but other things are determined by the national government. just checking on Sandy, he is going like a batter of hell here. It'll be interesting to see this tactic, whether how it plays out,
Well,
because he's
would
not.
America have put in Weeks here, right? Because then it would still be man woman, but Weeks is pretty quick.
That's true. That would have been a far better matchup. It'll be interesting to see which of the Team England ladies finds themselves going up against a predominantly male field
It's
as
so
well.
interesting to see it almost empty. I mean, I almost wish they did this on Friday, but obviously they couldn't. I mean, but here he comes. He's going to finish 10 seconds ahead of everybody at least.
He should do. You'd expect him to. Although saying that, who's
Okay, so
just come
there's
in?
the
Oh, that's
crowd. There we
interesting.
go. All right, there's a little bit of a crowd. Makes me feel better.
It, it looks like Austria have come in as well,
Yeah, so if you look
and
at
Team Italy as well.
our screen, you've got 9:50 and then Ronco next 10:02 and then the Italian team with 10:03. So yeah, Rantala is way behind at this point, even though we were in the front.
Yeah, it looks like you've come in at 6.
So wait, this looks like the men's sled.
No, you'll have different sleds for different athletes. So the men's will be on one side, the female will be on the other side. They probably would have had to advise HYROX who was doing what, so that they could get the required numbers. You see this in DECA, Matt, as you know. The female athletes go to, I want to say, the right, and the male athletes go to the left. So top
Got
of
it.
the screen, you've got the male athletes, and then you've got female athletes. What's quite interesting is, of course, the fact that the sled appears to be moving a lot quicker for female athletes, as you'd imagine. So it could be interesting, this. I'm not quite sure who this athlete is. I want to say, oh, Team Austria's athlete. I thought it would have been Austria. I do love these live shots, Matt. What do you think of the wide angle? Because
Yeah,
this was something we saw for the first time.
this is great. And seeing the crowd and the flags, and I don't know if you remember all the way back to Friday, but when we were getting started and the crowd was packed, one Bracken Crocker said, "Wow, this looks like the CrossFit Games," and I was like, "Yeah, this is legit." Begs the question, though. With as big as these events get, there's every other day there's some article like, I ran my first HYROX. Here's what it was like, right? The author, the editor, the contributor of Men's Health and all these different magazines. So this one was a Red Bull article, and she talked about, like, I'm a CrossFitter, hardcore, and I did it. And what did I like and not like? And she's like, it was great. It felt like, she said Wadapalooza, which is like a different fest. It's kind of like the games, but it's an event in January. He said, but I hated that, like, the crowd was so, like, I couldn't move during my wave. Now, that's a very specific thing, right? That's never happened in a lot of cities, and it only happened in certain parts of the day for New York. But that was her experience. Like, oh, this is always what it's like. That kind of sucks. So, victim of our own success, as it were. If somebody comes over and they're like, this isn't a competition if I have to keep going around people, that's bullshit, right? And again, she wasn't that mad about it. It was just one of her negatives. Even though if she had done DC or Chicago or a number of other cities, that might not have happened.
No, exactly. It's interesting to see what people's experiences are. Do you want to click onto the push out? Because I think we've lost a couple of athletes who've gone out. It looks like James Kelly went out, and Sambach had
What?
a 45
Look at this.
seconds, give or take.
Wow. Well, we're going to see how this pans out, though, right? Because they blow their load, as we say. Can you say blow your
Well,
load?
yeah,
I don't
no,
know. By
yeah,
having
it looks like Kate Davey has just headed out for Team England. Matt, I'm just going to turn the light on. Back in 1 sec.
He's going to turn the light on, ladies and gentlemen. I will stay here. And yeah, we're going to see if putting your absolute fastest 1-2, if that's going to hurt you later. Right now, they got a nice fat lead. If it holds up, it'll be like, oh, well, that was brilliant strategy. And if it doesn't, I was just saying, if their lead holds, it will be like, well, clearly that was the strategy. Send out your men first. But if it doesn't hold up, we'll say that was a bad strategy. So, we'll see how that goes.
This is what I do love about this relay. And let's have a look. 46 seconds. That is because Kate David, Zara has gone out. It looks like Zara is currently out for Team England, so she'll be doing the sled pull. Zara's a great athlete.
I mean, look how
She,
fit she looks. Wow, that is a fit athlete.
yeah, and she's a rookie in relative terms to HYROX. She only did her first one about 18 months ago, November
What are these? What are
2023.
these? Oh, this is the time for each country at the bottom. These are great graphics, guys. Shout out to you, HYROX.
Yeah, the HYROX team have really stepped it up this year, haven't they, Matt, when it comes to putting together these live broadcasts? And yeah, I wonder who is now chasing her as we see. Oh, and here we go, the HYROX Puma collection. Make sure you check it out today.
Americans, we like to say Puma, even though Puma might be the correct way.
I don't know. I guess it is just a regional thing. It's always been Puma to us, and
Well, you guys also say Adidas, and we've always said Adidas.
we do say Adidas. Interesting thing from one of our patrons over at UK OCR. They pointed out that Puma and Adidas are from the same family. They were brothers.
Yeah, Adidas bought them, or vice versa.
No, I think they're still separate, but yeah, they were together.
Hang on.
Actually, that crowd's looking quite good now. It's looking quite healthy. It probably should be pointed out that the award ceremonies for the doubles will follow immediately after this race, so there will be a fair few people who are also here for the award ceremony. And here comes Zara for her first of her 4 lengths of the
So
pole.
Adidas bought Reebok at one point, and then they sold it for 2.5 billion in March of 22. So maybe that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, more than likely. What's interesting here is Zara is dropping the rope. Zara has been quite good at doing technique where you walk back up the rope. She definitely practices like that, but hey, if
So
it works, it
America, by
works.
the way, America not even in yet, not even in the top 3 right now. You've got England, Austria, Australia, and Italy 1 through 4. 15:48, 16:43. So almost a minute between 1 and 4 already at the sled pull in. This is going to be interesting as we continue to go on.
Oh, here's something interesting as well, Matt. Austria have gone 3 men. Austria have put Ronco back out for the sled pull here.
Wow, interesting. So England went man man.
And
Everybody else
then
went
women.
man woman. These guys went man woman man. I
No,
can't keep
the
up.
Austria's gone man, man, man.
Man.
Man, man, man. Yes, exactly. And it looks like it's kind of paying off to some degree because Ronco is gaining on Zara.
So I just have to say
But
really quickly, there's a comment on the main YouTube. Not having up-to-date scores makes it really hard to watch. If someone is wearing a black shirt, how can you know which country it is? Well, they've been showing constant updates. Like you tune in, like wait 5 seconds. This is my big complaint about live feeds all the time. Why aren't you showing this? What's happening? Where's that? It's like, lady, they've been showing constant updates with the scores and the nations. Just like chill out.
they have some of the other athletes who are doing this poll. New world champion Meg Jacoby is out there for the ladies for Team USA, and it looks like Linda Meyer is alongside her. Germany
Yeah,
aren't doing as well as I expected.
it's funny when I saw those shorts, I actually thought it was Chris Rogloski at first because she would always represent those in her world championship races. Chris ran 2 doubles races, one with her brother and one with a friend. Very low key trip to Nice. She's probably enjoying some like attention away from her for a bit. She had a lot of attention for about 2 years straight, OCR/hybrid.
Yeah, it was interesting once we heard that Lauren Weeks couldn't make it and Chris's name was in the frame for potential. I didn't even know she was in Nice. But last I saw her on her socials, she was up the
Oh,
mountain.
hang on, getting a little. She get a warning.
That's a warning. Yes, that's a warning for stepping. That would be cruel at this point because this is her last pull. Although it would, I guess, show that Team England is no good at staying in the box, which is not
Well,
great.
I'm really glad to hear that, because we didn't discuss this on the last show. We talked about it in our little chat, that last year's brutal penalty of go out, pull it 5 meters, come back, pull it 5 more meters. So it's this ridiculous penalty, so much time wasted. And now they changed it to you just pull it 5 extra meters and you leave. And that's a massive difference. It's a good penalty, but it doesn't destroy your race.
Doesn't indeed. Zara has just left, and she's going to be handing off to Kate based on who was cheering her on there, because we had Jake and that Team Italy have snuck in as well, only 15 seconds behind. Although, did they go man, man, man? I didn't catch. Yes, they went. Oh no, that's Ronco leaving. I didn't catch Italy leaving. I presume they went man, man, man. They must have done to have gained so much ground. And here we just saw Toby waiting for Linda. Yeah, some of these live feeding, it's like, it is funny, isn't it, Matt? How people, the more you give them, people want more, don't they? As you were saying, these comments are like, oh, this is terrible.
Dude, I was gonna save this for the show tomorrow, and maybe we can still talk about it. I was Googling old results. I wanted to do like a nice, here's every winner, here's what the money was, here's the attendance was, kind of the growth of HYROX thing. Do you know who did the live feed in 2021?
Well, I do. It was you.
I had no recollection. I clicked on this picture and I was like, huh, it was me. And I was like, well, who's filming? Because you were also commentating, I think. And I'm like, oh, it was, oh God, now I can't think of his name. It was, I'm so embarrassed.
It's okay. I do know one of the film people of it. You're going to love this, Matt. One of the rabbits you had was Lauren.
Weeks?
No, Lauren. I can't say her surname, but she's in Team USA today.
Runtala.
Lauren
Denny.
Rentala.
Denny Haas. It was Denny because
Yep.
it was in Leipzig, and so he did it for us. And I literally, if you said who did the live feed in 2021, I'd be like, I don't know. We didn't cover that one because I remember Vegas, because we actually were hired by HYROX to do Vegas. Bracken and I did the commentary. We had a ton of rabbits. And 21, we just did it on our own for free, I think, which is fine. But yeah, I had no recollection.
Oh, I was getting confused when you said 21. I thought Vegas. That was 21, 22 season.
Exactly. So, that's what I'm saying. They start to run together, right? Like the Spartans. You're like, wait, especially when they're in the same city. It's easier because HYROX has been different. When there's, 3 Killingtons, 4 Tahoes, Vegas was 5 WTMs. It's like, what year was that? Who won? Anyway, I haven't been watching the race. What's happening? What's happening?
Okay, Kate Davey is still in the lead, but as we expected, we're going the man. The lead is going down a little bit. Kate is excellent on the burpees, though. So it'll be, if she hits it first, it'll be fascinating to see if anyone goes past her when it comes to burpees. Quite interesting. Team Ireland are in 5th place. Team Ireland were a team, Matt, who forgoed any kind of racing this weekend to concentrate exclusively on the relay race. So none of their members have competed this weekend. They're all fresh.
Interesting. So I just pulled up the splits separate from, or are you looking at this? No, you're looking.
I'm currently looking at the leaderboard.
Right. So Italian team did the pull 309. The French did it in 319. Scotland 325. The Americans 327 with Meg pulling. I would expect that to be a faster pull.
But I guess that's
normal for women, I guess.
I guess so. Yeah. It's just because Meg always dominates it by comparison. It's fast, if that makes any sense.
So the Americans are nowhere. The Americans, the heavy favorites prior to Lauren stepping out, still a podium favorite, still are now in 6th at BBJ. I don't know if they can catch up. I think it might be too late. Oh, actually, they're only 50 seconds, it looks like. into the inn. But I don't know
which is
enough
not
about each.
terrible.
I don't know enough about each individual to know who can do what though. Like, wow, was that one whole thing already?
Yeah, Kate hit the burpees at the same time as Alice did. This is interesting. You didn't see this, of course, over the elites. They're using the actual course here. These burpees go around the rowing, which is quite a unique way of doing it. It looks like Kate may, she won't have a complete zone ahead, but she's doing well. Alice from Austria seemed to have struggled. She hit the burpee broad jumps
Who did the push?
first.
Who did the push for the Americans?
For the Americans, oh, I can't remember. Was it not Lauren? Lauren did the push for the Americans.
Well, bad day in the sleds for the Americans. Bad weekend for the sleds. Um, your team did it in 2:30. Americans were 17th out of 20 with a 3:34. So yeah, we were much closer prior to the push. That's going to hurt us.
What's fascinating here is Kate should still leave this zone faster than the gentleman who is gaining on her. Famous last words here, because he is actually gaining on her. But this will be the halfway point, and if England
That's
are
what's his
able,
name? That's the German. That's
oh,
Tobias.
Kate's gone. Oh, it is Tobias. There we go. So that was
So they did it.
Tobias.
They did. If you looked at it, they came out identical at 25:48. Now let's go to the split portion of it. Let's back up and go to the BBJ, and Tobias did it in 2 even. So I don't know how different they were coming in, but it took Kate 22:37. So big catch up by the Germans.
Yeah. And it is interesting, again, this tactic, because I think the Germans held their men back a little bit, whereas the UK went with the men first. Sandy is going to be doing the row. I'm not sure who Germany tagged. I missed it on the screen. But yeah, it's neck and neck. Team USA.
Is that JK?
JK, yes, is just coming to the end. Team USA is now only 15 seconds behind, by the way.
Wow. They made up a lot of time. Wow.
I presume that was Kent doing the burpees. I didn't see him on the screen.
Kent did it in 26:03. So about, what is that? 12. How many seconds is that? 15 seconds slower than Sandy. So good job, Kent. Caught us up.
Yeah. Oh, that's what you never want to see, that having to do a final burpee because you hit the line.
Whoa, that was a double step there from old Red there. Oh, Red. Come on, Red. What country is that? Those are some bad burpees. Come on. You're supposed to be your team's best burpeer. Calling you out, Team Red.
Here is Team Ireland. That is Dina Hogan.
Dina Hogan.
Ram jerseys.
Dina Hogan.
And she just checked with the referee there to make sure that she did clear it. Well done to Dina for doing that. We've seen it. And there's Tom supporting her. So I think she's going to hand off to this gentleman, Barry Watkins.
Was that Denmark? Was that?
It was Denmark.
Okay.
Yeah.
He needs some work.
He does. Here's Sandy. He has taken the lead again. As you'd perhaps imagine, because he is fast, he's going to be doing the row coming up shortly. Again, it is fascinating how this will go on. I wonder who's going to be doing the farmer's carry. If it was me, I would put a female athlete doing farmer's carry and then have a male athlete doing lunges. But when it comes to Team England, they have Zara, who is phenomenal at lunges. Meanwhile, you're always going to have a female athlete doing the wall ball. So I presume that's Kate. So maybe Jake's going to do the farmer's carry by process elimination. And I know listeners who are listening into this, it did say this at the start, who's doing what, but we didn't keep a track of all of them, did we?
And it could be changed. So one of your countrymen apparently called it Great Britain because there's a comment on here that says it's not Great Britain. Great Britain is 4 countries. Aren't there 2 Brits on the live feed? Shouldn't they know?
Yeah, they should. Oh, Captain America is here again. Hunter,
All
I
right.
think.
So 28:56 into the inn uh for uh England, Germany 29:07, America 29:12. So America has really caught back up. So this might be the chance. Hunter versus Sandy on the row. Hunter wearing amazing shades.
You laugh, but there has been talk all this weekend about how hot it is in the arena.
Yes.
So multiple athletes have really struggled. And here we have Team Italy, and that's Eugenio again. It looks like at the moment Sandy has a slight lead on Hunter, about 50 meters, but we'll just see how that goes on. Again, I do love this new, as you call it, Formula One grid style.
Yeah, I can't believe we didn't get it all weekend. Looks great.
It really does. All I can imagine is maybe it was difficult because you can just put a free letter name for each team, whereas writing their actual name could have been difficult. But yeah, it would have been
I'm
cool.
sure they could
France
solve a
doing all
small
right.
font. I don't think that's, especially if they don't have to change it with the order. Now this one, it looks like it is. No, it's not. It's just random. They just did it. Whoever was leading that moment, changing it back and forth is probably just as easy, but just looks like a mess because they actually do that in the game sometimes when they're counting one rep at a time.
Yeah, absolutely. And it would help, but on the same breath, particularly in the skier, I think it would be quite distracting because it would be like be bored at a HYROX race, Matt, when it's busy and you just see your name flashing down. I'm not sure if you ever had that experience over in the States, but in England, it's a thing where you're just paying attention to your name and oh, it's gone. But yeah, the row is not exactly the most viewer friendly, is it? Although with this meter thing, it helps.
It's certainly, if you don't, you kind of have no idea. Like with the 2 important things are how far they've gone and what their current stroke rate is. So having both would be nice, but this is pretty good. We know that England is still looks like 40 meters. They're going to come off within seconds of each other. So who's next for each team, I think, is going to decide it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I imagine it's going to be Jake for Team England, but we will see. Maybe Jake's doing the lunges, but I would imagine it'll be Jake coming up next. Germany is doing all right as well. Who is that racing for Germany? I don't recognize him. I know it is saying that, oh, it's Dominic. Dominic is racing for Germany. They have actually updated this, which is good. They couldn't update the graphics, but they've at least updated this. It's still saying Camilla is in Team Italy, but I didn't see her unless
No,
she
I don't
changed
think
her
she is
hair.
either. All right. So he got off
Yeah,
and Hunter at 980.
yeah, so Hunter's probably about to leave. I love what Sandy just did there, Matt, in that he at about 990, he stopped rowing and just let it count up while
Well,
he was sorting out his
that's what
shoes.
people usually do. And that cost Viola, who didn't wait until it said 1,000 on the skier again, so she was penalized. But
And
that's what the really good ones do. They know how it's going. Look at them dead. That's a nice shot.
yeah, but well, these gentlemen, I think their race is over now. Definitely Michael and definitely Hunter.
Yes.
Oh, and it's actually Kate who is going for the farmer's carry. So, oh, that's interesting. Does that then mean that Zara is going to take the wall balls? I
So
was
Hunter
expecting
actually
Kate.
rode faster, 337 to 334, but they left 10 seconds apart because we were still apart. Nope, here we go. They left 9 seconds apart. So Hunter essentially got our lead. You know, we were in 7th at one point. We're all the way back, but now the 2 horses, right, are done. So we're going to see what's going to happen.
Yeah, and I feel guilty saying this, but Meg and Ryan, in theory, are better athletes than Jake and either one of the two Team England females. But we'll see. It'll be interesting to see if Kate can fly through this farmer's carry. Looks like she's being caught up here, but I'm not quite
This person could be on a
sure.
different lap, maybe though.
Yeah, perhaps. But it is interesting that even though this person's on a different lap, you wouldn't expect them to be catching Kate, but we'll see.
Maybe this is their first
Um,
station though. Kate, this is her second.
that's true.
So maybe this is her
That's
first time
true.
on the course, and they saved her for 6 and 7 or 5 and 6 or whatever it is.
Yeah,
Oof,
that could
Kate,
definitely be it.
Kate is hurting.
She really is. Maybe it was a last minute game change to put Kate in because the farmer's carry, as you know, Matt, is the most straightforward of stations.
Yes, one Matt Davis almost did it for the first time unbroken in New York. I broke once. I will not break the next time. That is my goal. I think I can do it. I do a little loop in my backyard. I know that you have no yards in England, so it's hard for you to do that because you all live on tiny postage stamps. But I think you have a big gym that you can go to and practice.
That's true. I have at least 10 meters outside. I can do there and backs with kettlebells, but I do tend to prefer the gym if I
Who
can.
was
But
it
yeah.
that did the ultravirus in his backyard?
Oh, I can't remember.
He was one of yours.
Oh, yeah, he absolutely was. And then we had the lady who I believe got COVID during the Europe, Europe's Toughest Mudder, who actually did it back and forth in her hallway in Scotland.
In her hallway?
Yeah, so she lived in a flat or an apartment, as you'd say. So she'd go back and forth in the hallway, and that's how she did it. And Kate's now entering the farmer's carry. So now, if Kate can just take these and go as fast as she can and get out, I wouldn't. I would anticipate that when Jake next takes the field, he will get us some more time. We're just waiting for the second place athlete to join. Linda Meyer's team has.
They
Is
should
that going
just
to be
keep it.
Viola?
They should keep the camera here. By the way,
Yeah, it would be a lot better. Yeah, that's Viola, by the way, chasing Kate as we speak.
the hard camera, as we say in wrestling.
Yeah, the hard cam shot would be a lot better. And I want to say Lauren, whose name I still can't pronounce.
Just,
Sorry, Lauren, if you
just,
listen
just
back to
try it.
this.
It's not that hard. Come on, give it a shot.
Lauren Retalia?
Well, some people say
Um,
Rantala, but I think it's Rantala. You just said a
Rantala.
word I've never heard. But as I said on the notes, I would probably make fun of you. So there you go. If you're joining us, by the way, we don't have a ton of viewers. Give us a comment, say hello, let us know where you're checking in from. I don't know if Solana Matt is still around. But Farmers Carry in America has dropped to third, with Germany and England. Wow, I really hope you guys don't win. We'll never hear the end of it.
Well, what's interesting, and again, listeners who are tuning into this either live or on tape delay, is I had Team England on the podcast recently, and I love those guys, but they were like the most unprepared team when it came to being a team about it. They were going to figure out who did what today, and that's Kate's day's over, so she's now done. I don't know what is the world record for the mixed relay. Do we know? Because we're only
Well, I'm doing all the
38-21.
splits, so you should look that up since I'm doing all the splits.
Yeah, I'll just have a quick look.
They actually didn't do it the fastest. The Germans did it in 1:34.
Yeah, Viola is a fast and strong athlete. That doesn't surprise me. I think Kate's job there was to keep a lead, which she did. She's still got 17 seconds.
17 seconds, buddy. It's closing.
It
It's
is,
closing.
and
Another 9 seconds for the Americans. I wish I knew who was left to go.
you've got Kent and Meg's going to do the wall balls. Kent's just left to do
So we're gonna have
lunges.
Meg
So
versus Miriam on the one balls. Nice. Oh no, not
I
Miriam.
mean,
Sorry.
It would probably be Zara from Team England.
No, but wait a minute, where's Miriam?
Miriam is in Switzerland.
Switzerland, that's right.
I I
So who's
love
doing
Team
it? So
England.
who's gonna do it for Germany?
Linda Meyer, I'd imagine. So you'll have Zara versus Linda versus Meg versus in Belgium. I'm not sure. One of the Oh, go on. I'll let you try and pronounce those surnames.
Which ones? What team? What country? Sorry, tipped away. What country?
Belgium currently in fourth place.
The Belgian team of Peter Maas, Margot van den Lindenhoef, Charlotte
Yeah,
van den Lindenhoef, and Tom Franzens.
yeah. One of the
Van
Van
den
den
Lindenhoef.
Lindenhoofs.
That's a name. Van den Lindenhoef. I'm going to Google that.
I believe they won today, by the way. They won as a pair of sisters. They won the doubles.
So
That's going to be
Charlotte, when you type in Charlotte van den Lindenhoef, she shows up on the World Athletics site for she runs the 300 meters, the shot put, and the 1500 meters. So I wonder if what the sister does. Let's go to the other one. Margot is a CrossFitter. Is her name Margot?
Oh, wow. Yeah, her name's Margot. Yeah.
She finished 24th in Belgium this in 23. So there you go. I like it. So they're going to have her on the machines probably, right? Or the wall balls?
I'd say her on the wall balls. Here's Jake, by the way. It'd be interesting to see how much distance he can gain in this, because of course he's being chased by Kent as we speak. He's obviously lapping a few of these ladies, which is not a surprise. I do wonder how Jake's going to cope though, because he's had a massive break because Jake did the early erg work, if you remember, and now he's had like almost 35 minutes worth of rest and relaxation. Okay, Jake, get them hips up. That they are not great. Yeah, he's better now, but he was doing the whole duck walk thing. So they are telling him to lift up a little bit.
But he's not walking with him. Why isn't the judge walking with him?
I don't know.
A little double step. Judge, get over there. I'm going to demand a recount. Okay, there's a judge.
There's a judge. They are watching him.
Okay,
let's see where.
Did not like that double step. Why are they not? There we go. Walk with him. There we go. There we go. Stay on him. Why they must really be low on judges. They must really be low on judges. His knee is not touching.
It is. You can see his quads ripple as his knee.
Okay, now they're touching. Now they're touching.
Yeah. He's definitely hurting.
Into the lunges, 19 seconds ahead of Germany, and then from there another 17 seconds in front of America.
That is fascinating. He only gained 2 seconds on that that 1,000-meter sprint, and he's going up against Tobias, and Tobias is a great athlete.
By the way, it's only taken me 2 years to finally be able to toggle between these two and actually figure out how to do live zones versus what they just got in the previous zone. Because every time we would do live or watching a race with Anthony, he would always be on top of it. And I'd be like, what are you doing? So it only took me like a couple of years, but I can finally do it now. Don't love the judges not walking with them, but not horrible.
I want to say at this stage, we're probably going to have England, Germany, USA in some order, but Italy and Belgium, if any of them countries make a mistake, could maybe take third place. What do you reckon, Matt?
Hang on, I'm watching his form because I saw another bad one there.
Oh, and he's done. He's gone. Let's see how he can run after that. Tobias maybe lost some time here. We'll have to see. If you switch to out, let's see when Tobias crosses. So Jake's day's over. It now comes down to Zara and wall balls.
So Zara versus Meg versus who?
Linda. It will most likely be Linda. And Oh, 30 seconds. That's it. We will see how Zara gets on, but in a straight wall ball off, I would pick Linda or Meg of Zara. And it pains me to say that because I love Zara. She's a great athlete, but they are, well,
Your lot
two
did
of
it.
the top
Your,
five.
your lot did lunges in 223. America did it in 233. Germany did it in 240. So we haven't like won a station or even passed a lot of people in a station since, what was it? Um, was it the carry or the row?
Maybe McCarry overall, yeah. Mixed relay, by the way, the world record is actually held by Megan Jacobi, Linda Meyer, Ryan Kent, and Luca Stroraff, with time 49.19. So there is no chance of passing that today, because we're on 45.11 as we say.
You're at 45. Okay, 45.22. Yeah, that's what I'm at. I was looking at the split for a second. I got confused.
Yeah, yeah. It'll come down to how fast Zara can run this to give herself a cushion going into these wall balls. Because Zara will not go unbroken. I don't believe she has ever gone unbroken, but we'll see. Zara ran this morning as well. Zara and Kate ran this morning. Italy are 2 minutes behind, so they probably won't get on the podium. It is going to be one of these three teams, England, Germany, and USA. It is a shame that Team Switzerland didn't have some better athletes to get Miriam into the wall balls around this time, because it would have been fun to watch her go up against these ladies, having missed out on the Elite 15. And a quick advert for Centre. Should we give a quick a shout out to Resolute Coffee, by the way, Matt?
Yes, we should. I was drinking it before I came in. I just heard him say Camilla, but we didn't see Camilla all day. Camilla's not there. I just heard the announcer say Camilla, didn't you?
I did. Say, unless for whatever reason we
There's.
just
Hang on a
missed it.
second. Hot take. Apparently, he said something that upset the Koreans. It says, shout out to the host. Korea is taking it seriously. It's nothing to do with being a celebrity. It's a disrespectful comment. I don't know what they said, but then there's a bunch of comments in Korean. And then there's something else about a firefighter in the army. What a disgrace. They must have dare said, like, they're not as good, but they're doing a good job or something. And you know how that goes. And you make fun of somebody's, if you say anything about somebody's best friend or country or teammate, they lose. I'm definitely going to go back and see what that was at 12:43. I'm sure it was nothing. Okay, here we go into the wall balls.
Can I just say, Koreans,
into the wall balls.
Koreans, we love you, by the way.
Yeah, we love the Koreans. We love everybody.
Exactly. Okay, here comes Zara. Let's see.
Shout out this photographer, by the way. I forget his name. I've met him at a couple of events. Shout out guy with the beard and the man bun.
Okay, so Meg and Linda will be entering, and Zara's going to have like a 10 wall.
Here we go, Meg. Here we go. USA. Let's fucking go, Meg.
Let's see what the count is on Zara's.
I'm allowed to be a homer on this.
Yeah, it's fine. Zara is on, I want to say 17. It's a terrible shot as we're seeing this.
She came in 31 seconds. She came in 31 seconds behind her. Wow. Will that be enough? If she breaks at all, if Zara breaks at all, it's going to help Megan's confidence. She is 27 wall balls down. It might be too much, even with a break. I think 10 or 15 is possible. I think this this lead might be too big. What do you think?
I'm not sure.
She's being out wall balled right now. Look, Meg is right behind. There we go. Now she's caught. She was right behind. Who is that? Viola or Linda?
Linda.
She was right behind Linda. Now she's edged ahead of Linda. So I think the battle for second, unless Zara takes a bad break here, I wish we could see their depth.
Yeah, it's odd. It's almost like they're trying to avoid commentary here, but we'll see. I have no reason to doubt that their depth is fine.
I do. I doubt everything.
Can we just say that Italy has just come in fourth place as well? We'll see them on the screen shortly.
We need
I
depth and we
wonder if
need the
Zara's going to
counters. That's all we need right now. We can look at her face later in slow motion. Come on.
try. Yeah. Oh, it actually is Camilla.
Oh,
That
wow.
is Camilla. For
Okay.
whatever reason. Okay, so Zara has got up. She's going to try Unbroken here
If she goes
because
unbroken, she has it. If she breaks, that's like a 4 or 5 wall ball catch up,
yeah.
but still not enough. I think she could break and be okay. I think the battle is
Wow.
second, and it looks like Meg is a couple reps ahead of Viola now for second. Would be a nice for Meg to get the double, the win in the teams would be amazing weekend for her, but it looks like it's not going to happen. Like I said, even if she breaks once, it's not enough. The lead just wasn't big
Yeah,
enough. So England's strategy looks like it paid off. Ian,
it does. It really does. But Meg is gaining. In fact, she's only 10 wall balls behind now. But you are right. You know, if this was 200 wall balls, you would say. But
it was
Zara's going
200, she would
unbroken.
catch her. Wow, she's
Yeah,
going to do it. Look at this. And that depth
she's
looks
going
great.
unbroken.
She's getting ass to
Come on,
grass. She's
Zara.
doing more than she needs to. Hey, I'm going to go ahead and give it to her.
Come
Congratulations.
on, Zara.
Zara
Let's
does
go,
it. Look how
Zara.
happy you guys are going to be. Look how
Come
fucking
on,
happy
Zara.
your team is
Sorry,
going
I
to
know I
be.
should be impartial, but awesome job, Zara. Well done, Team England.
You don't have to be. You're allowed to be.
Amazing.
This is an unofficial watch along. You can be as impartial as you want.
I am not sure if Zara's ever gone unbroken, but being chased by Meg definitely makes you go unbroken. Meg went unbroken too. She takes
Look how not happy
second
America
place.
is.
Oh my God. You guys are terrible losers.
We really are. I mean, I think anybody
And
else. Look how happy they are. Look at that. That's what you should look
Linda's
like
going to be, look at
after you
Linda.
fucking finish,
Yeah.
America. Jesus Christ.
Oh my God. See, oh gosh, America.
I mean, honestly, I think, listen, Meg's giving them their flowers. Good job, Meg. And yeah, but listen, this says a lot. I mean, I'm not an elite athlete. I've not been there, but the fact that they can't even like, they're happier for the other team. It looks like, but literally, it was like, basically, if you're not first, you're last. It's Ricky Bobby over here in America, and like everybody else is like having such a great time. The fourth place team is going to be happier than our team.
Yeah, those Faisal, by the way, for those of you who don't know, he is a commentator over here in the UK. That's who was hugging about 30 seconds ago, who does our team. Camilla looks like she's going to take fourth place here. Again, I think Camilla's gone unbroken. I know the camera was off, but based on what her run was, yeah, I think she's going to go
Meg
unbroken.
Meg did those wall balls in 3:05.
Wow. What
Kate,
was Zara's?
Zara did 3:17. So y'all needed every bit of that lead because, I mean, obviously, I don't know what the difference was at the end, but wow. I mean, congrats. Because, like,
If you flip to finish now, it'll tell you the difference.
40 seconds.
Wow.
So, sorry, 31 seconds. And Meg did it how many
I,
seconds faster?
I want to say you said like 15 seconds faster.
Yeah. And just a ridiculous fucking 3:05. I mean, I don't know what the fastest wall ball ever is, but that's pretty fucking good.
That is, and say well done to Zara for just going unbroken because I can't recall the last time Zara went unbroken.
I
But
mean,
as you say, yeah. Oh, go
wow.
Team France! Viva la France!
I mean, if we look at the time difference of woulda, coulda, shoulda, if Weeks was in it, but listen, she wasn't. You know what I mean? Like, you've got to be prepared for a situation, and you've got to go with the people that you have, and no excuses. But if you do the math, would it have been closer? Maybe. Maybe you still would have gone in with that slight lead, but you know what I'm saying? Like, again, you'd have to break down how fast could Lauren run, how fast could Lauren push. I forget what the other stations were, but I'm taking nothing away from England. It doesn't matter what the other guys do. You have to do the work on race day, and your team did the work. All right, so that's
It did.
Denmark, who I'm very happy for, but who I'm very mad at their crappy. What was it? Lunges?
The lunges, yeah. That
Or was it
no,
BBJ?
no, it was BBJ, wasn't it? He was doing a little bit of a double jump.
Well, that was exciting to watch.
Yeah,
I think
it
this is definitely a
really
big hit, and this will become like the team race at OCRWC, something that everybody looks forward to. It's the way to end the weekend, but it's kind of the most fun race because you're with your friends, you're with your teammates, and the pressure is off from the other races. So I think this is going to be a great addition. Now the question is, will they add other team relays, right? Can they do relays later in the afternoon on Sunday for everyone else who wants to do it, or give everybody two teams, or can they grow it? What do you think?
it'd be very interesting whether they do qualifiers next year, because this year was literally we pick these first 10 and then 20 people and then pick your team. It's kind of nice that you had some of the lesser experienced countries in there, but it would also be really good if, like at OCRWC, you could make your own team as well. Do you not think like an age group mixed relay would be fun?
Yeah, of course.
So it would be fascinating if they could do that. Where they fit in the weekend, I have no clue. You know, maybe they fit into the Elite 15 as well. But apparently, the technique is to get as big a lead as possible early on and go from there.
Well, again, it looks like it worked. If we had Lauren Weeks, it might have been a little bit closer. But again, there's other teams that were subbing in people, so you just don't know.
Although saying that, Austria's tactic of going man, man, man did not work. They finished in 14th place.
Well, I'm looking back at all the zones, right? So, hang on, let me go all the way back here. All the way back. So, America, if you look at England, you were in first, second, first, first. You were in second at the in. Oops, shoot, out, first. Yeah, you led almost wire to wire. America was down as far as 6th or 7th and came back. Germany, let's see, Germany was wow. They weren't even in the top 10 in the first run, or in the out of the erg. Wow, they weren't in the
No,
in, they weren't in the out. Where did they come from? The sled. It wasn't until they got no, they were third at the out. I'm sorry. Anyhow, that was great. I'm glad we did that. That was fun.
no, I was really super to watch. Well done to all of that. I think we're just seeing the teams finish off now. Was that Poland who just crossed a short while
I'm gonna
ago?
have to rewind and see this Korean thing. So hang on. This is too. I can't not check this out. I'm dying to know. Okay, if they said it, if the comment came at 12:43, probably right around there. Okay, 12. Oh shoot, I can't tell.
You have to just listen to the whole thing later.
Well, no, I'll have to wait till it's over because right now you're working backwards with the time.
Yeah.
You have to wait till it's over.
Spain finished in 19th, which is a surprise. Korea will finish very soon, I believe. I'm not sure if we've even hit the wall balls yet, but that'll be it. Scotland finished 11th overall, which is a bit of a surprise. Well done to Team Italy as well, because I know you had Camilla and you had Eugenio, but the other guys was not elite 15 athletes, shall we say. I just saw a comment pop up from Dr. Langman.
Yeah, I think it was when I was asking what the difference of the run was with Lauren versus not. But yeah, again, it's like woulda, coulda, shoulda, right? So, will you be interviewing the entire team tomorrow or this week? Do you think? Congratulations, by the
I'm
way,
going.
to your lot, as we say. Congratulations. Well deserved.
I'll reach out to them. I'll send them congratulations, and if we can speak to them, we'll get them back on the show. It'd be great to have a wrap up, given that we did do a preview episode, which was a lot of fun. But I presume now they'll have all the celebrity endorsements. They're probably on the way to Disneyland as we speak. So we'll have to see. But yeah,
What about Euro
super
Disney?
happy for them guys.
What about Euro Disney?
Maybe Euro Disney. That's closer because they are in Nice, so they could head to Paris on the way back to the UK. Super happy for all of them, particularly Kate and Zara, who they had okay Elite 15 races, but it was big competition. Kate, I think, finished 6th overall in the Elite. I want to say Zara was either 8th or 9th. I'll have to go back and check. They then won the doubles this morning, and they've just won mixed relay. So well done to Team England. Commiserations to Team USA. Which would it have been different with weeks in the team? Maybe, but woulda, shoulda, coulda.
Would it be an appropriate time for me to say we swept the podium in the women's race, though, on Friday, and we swept to the bottom of the men's race?
Yeah, for the life of me, I still don't understand why American women can do so well in European HYROXs and American men really struggle. Is it different way that jet lag impacts?
I mean, you can't say jet lag, but then again, I know Meg was over like 2 weeks early, but I think, I talked to Anthony and Lauren Weeks, and I think they went over like a day before. So who knows? It's just, again, we talked about this before, like the difference a day can make and like what you can do. And literally Kent dropped out, right? And Magida and Rich Ryan were the final, were the two. So we literally swept the bottom. And then Dylan didn't have a great day. And, one week he's cartwheeling through the finish line, and the next week he's licking his wounds. So I'd love to get these guys on the show and talk to them. I want to say as laymen just don't understand what it takes to put your body through that for an hour and why the swings can be so big. It seems like the men do have bigger swings, but certainly we've seen it. You said you've had some of your best. Who was it you said that did an unbelievable time but then couldn't make, who did poorly in LCQ, but Sika?
Yeah, Sika from Germany. In LCQ, she finished 13th overall, although she was at one point leading in the chasing pack, or she was leading the race at some point, but she finished 13th in LCQ. She finished 7th at the Elite 15 in Stockholm, and then yesterday during the age group women's solo, she put down a 102. Sorry, a 101.
I should have done that the whole time. I just found my logo. Look at
that. Big shout out to Resolute Coffee, but yeah.
All right, listen, let's jump off. If you're watching this after the fact, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with us. I've got a podcast on this very network, 5:30 p.m. Eastern on Mondays. I do 2 podcasts a week, except when it's World Championship week. I skipped it this Thursday. You can listen to Ian. Is it every Monday?
It's every Wednesday on the Fitness Racing podcast or on Spotify at UKHXR, because Spotify doesn't accept the fact that I've changed my my name yet. But yeah, we're on all the major streams. And if you go back and listen, you can listen to the victorious Team England pre their victory this past week. We put that up. So yeah, have a listen. Thank you so much, guys.